Good morning, world. Today, I'm gonna do my best to explain the entire process of how to buy a motorcycle in Costa Rica. If you're planning on moving to Costa Rica or staying in Costa Rica for an extended period of time, you're gonna wanna have a vehicle, and buying a car here is insanely overpriced and expensive and not always worth it. For me, having a motorcycle is the best, cheapest, most fun option. So I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of having a motorcycle here, how I bought my motorcycle, and the entire process of all of the paperwork and everything that you need in order to be street legal. But before I jump in, I want to talk about a trip that I'm hosting May 18th through the 24th here in Costa Rica. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to be taking y'all to my favorite places in Costa Rica, like the Arenal volcano, the Tenorio National Park, hanging bridges, hot springs, a really nice hot spring resort, and an eco lodge in Monteverde, a rainforest night walk, a bunch of other things, food. So I'm gonna put a link in my bio so you can check that out. This is the first trip that I'm hosting and I'm like super excited. Please sign up for it. Anyways, okay, so the pros of having a motorcycle in Costa Rica. First of all, it's way cheaper than anything else. It cost me like $12 to fill up the entire tank in my motorcycle, and that tank lasts me like a month if I'm just going to and from town to friends' houses and whatever. Also, insurance, you only have to pay once at the beginning of the year, and it's like $222. Also, if anything breaks, maintenance, stuff like that, it's super cheap to fix it. There's motorcycle mechanic shops like everywhere. The cons of having a motorcycle, pretty straightforward. It's super dangerous to ride a motorcycle, especially if you're going on the main roads. It's like single lane, two-way traffic, so people are passing each other on the wrong side of the road, and if you're going too fast and they don't see you, yeah, could be fatal. So you just have to be really careful. It's a lot less convenient than having a car because it rains a lot in the rainforest, especially in La Fortuna, so you need to be prepared for that and have the proper rain gear, and also that adds another level of danger. Another con is it's harder to haul things. I have this crate on the back of my motorcycle to haul groceries and things. I have definitely found ways to make it work, and so will you if you live in Costa Rica. And I do want to stress that having a motorcycle is definitely not for everybody. You need to be aware of the risks. Accidents happen all the time here. Don't get onto a motorcycle with flip-flops and a dress. That might be the day that you screw up and you fall and then you're bleeding and it's New Year's Eve and none of your friends are there to help you, and then you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you don't know what to do, and then a bunch of other bad things happen and you're still bleeding, and then you realize that you've hit the new rock bottom. Despite all of the risks and potential bad things that could happen owning a motorcycle, it definitely will make you into a badass. This is a picture of what I looked like when I first got my motorcycle, and this is what I looked like after 6 months of riding through the most insane, crazy shit I've ever been through in my life. Your biceps will get bigger. So the first step in buying a motorcycle is finding the motorcycle. You can buy a motorcycle from a motorcycle dealership, or you can find someone's cousin's girlfriend that's selling their motorcycle. I bought a motorcycle that I don't know how to ride. But if you buy a used motorcycle, just make sure you get a mechanic to look at it beforehand. Also, I would recommend getting like a Yamaha or a Honda because they're just more reliable and they're cheap to fix. My motorcycle is a 2014 Yamaha YBR with a 125cc motor, which is honestly perfect for Costa Rica. The speed limit in Costa Rica is 80 kilometers per hour, which is 50 miles an hour. So you don't need to go fast at all, and it's enough to get you through every terrain. Also, if you're a small person like me and you drop your motorcycle while you're going up a gravelly, rocky hill, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to pick up a motorcycle with a 125cc motor. These gravel roads are not just regular gravel roads. Like, there are sometimes like big rocks, you know, and rivers that you have to cross. Make sure you get an adventure bike with really good tread on the tires. Anyways, so you find your perfect motorcycle. You need to find a lawyer that can do the title transfer for you. I think I paid the lawyer like $90 to do the title transfer. So I bought my motorcycle in Quepos, so I used a local lawyer in Quepos, and I'll put the WhatsApp number of that lawyer in the bio just in case. So you set up an appointment with the lawyer and you show up with your passport, driver's license. I actually didn't have my motorcycle license then, just my regular Florida license was fine. And you have to go there with the person that's selling the motorcycle to you. So they have to sign something and you have to sign something, and the lawyer takes care of all of the paperwork. You don't really need to know the details. And then after about a month, your paperwork will be ready to be picked up. If you're riding the motorcycle and you don't have your new title yet, make sure you keep the old title with you just in case you get pulled over by traffic police, because you're gonna need that. So the motorcycle is officially yours. The next thing that you need to do is make sure that your two stickers on the front wheel are updated. The first one is the Decra. Decra is the company that does the yearly required mechanical inspection on vehicles. To get your Decra, you need a motorcycle license and $10. You can find the nearest Decra location on Google Maps. I went to Decra San Carlos because that is the closest one to La Fortuna, and it was like an hour away. I went yesterday actually, and yes, you can pay with card. So they basically make sure that you have mirrors, that all of your lights are working, like your brights, blinkers, brake lights. They check the tread on your tires, they check your brakes, they check CO2 emissions and your oil level. They basically check to make sure that your motorcycle is safe for the roads.
I passed!
Once you pass your Decra, they give you a sticker which you stick on your motorcycle. And then you can get your other sticker, which is called your Marchamo. Marchamo is basically your yearly insurance. If you get pulled over by traffic police and you don't have your Marchamo, you can either get a really big fine or your plates taken away, or in some cases you might even get your motorcycle taken away. So they take it very seriously. Make sure you have your Marchamo. In order to pay your Marchamo, you're gonna have to either go to the bank or the INS office. I just got my Marchamo and I paid 114,000 colones, which is $222. To get your Marchamo, you're gonna need your passport, you're gonna need your motorcycle title. If you don't have the new motorcycle title, that's okay, you can use the old one. And you're gonna need your Decra papers. You can pay for your Marchamo without your Decra, but they won't give you a sticker unless you have your Decra. Also, if you don't have your Decra, you can't just go to the bank to pay for your Marchamo, you have to go to the INS office. You can also pay the Marchamo online, and then you can pick up your sticker later at the bank. So in my case, I paid for the Marchamo first without getting the sticker because I knew that I was gonna have to drive an hour for my Decra appointment. If I got pulled over by traffic police, at least I would have my Marchamo and proof of my Decra appointment. But you never know. It really depends on the officer and how they're feeling that day and how cute you are that day. So it's better to get your Decra and your Marchamo before they expire. So now that I have my Decra and my Marchamo, my motorcycle is now street legal and I can go on adventures and not worry about traffic police pulling me over. So cute. And if you do get stopped by traffic police, just make sure you have your passport with your visa, your motorcycle license, and your motorcycle paperwork with you at all times. Also, another tip, keep your paperwork in a plastic baggie, just in case it rains and it gets wet. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions about getting a motorcycle in Costa Rica, just put your questions in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Pura vida!